Don't sit in your comfort zone. If you're watching this and you're in your comfort zone, you know what? Don't sit in your comfort zone. You need to push yourself. That's the only way you can advance. Why do you think they say that the burial ground is the richest place in the world? There are so many talents buried with those people there. Yes, so many talents buried with those people there. So you have to wake yourself up. The things you can do, you have to encourage yourself. Push it, irrespective of how people will see it, irrespective of what people will say. One thing that guides me is I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm not doing anything wrong, So why am I shy of doing the right thing? Why wouldn't I push out a message that I know can help other people? Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name is Adeola. You are welcome to Ola Books TV. If you're joining me for the first time, I say a big welcome and thank you for joining if you are a returning viewer. So today I just want to share with you, how it feels. What am I feeling right now? After I've published 10 books, I want to compare my feeling when I published the first one to my feeling as I've published the 10th book. And I believe all of these feelings, they come together to help me to understand and realize where I am. And I believe it does the same to you as well. If you're an author, if you have published more than one book, or even if you have published one book, I want you to leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. What does it feel like to be an author, and what are the accomplishments you may have had. You can leave me a comment in the comment section. So today I want to start with the very first book that I wrote. My first book is The Waiting Room and the Christmas Present. So as you can see on the back cover, the book did win an award. I never thought that book would win an award. And let me state that real clear. I never thought that the book meant so much to people, that people really appreciated it that much. And I'm going to explain myself. So, because when I published that first book, I really didn't know what I was doing. The only thing I knew was, okay, it's not the first time I will be writing a story. It's not the first time I'll be writing a script that is meant to be staged. But I wrote it and I'm just like, I was going to publish this one. And I went through the process and I just published it. I didn't know anything about publishing. I didn't know anything about, how will it feel after I've published the book, or I just wanted to publish and I just went ahead and published without knowing so much about it. So, because of that, I made many mistakes. Some of the mistakes I realized years later after I started publishing more books, after I started receiving reviews. That's why I always say reviews are very important, at least to me, very important, because it helped me realize so many things, because with that, I didn't know, I just published it. Yeah, I published a book. Yeah, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And as I was doing it, I know I made many mistakes. And another feeling I had then was that I was not sure of how people would feel. Okay, now, this story that I wrote, I believe that story, because this book has two stories in it. And the very first one, where the book got the title from The Waiting Room, the very first story, I believe that people will perceive it differently, talking about immigration issues, talking about, people from Africa coming to the US, some of the things that some of the people did, because it is a reality. I write reality. These are things that happen that I write. It's not like I pick someone's story and I write it, but it's just things that happen in the society that I write about. And in my writing, I will put what I feel, what my opinion about that issue is, and also what I think is ideal and the way I see it, I try to break issues down so that everybody can see it in their own perspective. So sometimes it may not really be what I feel, but maybe that's how you see it. Maybe you don't see it that way. I try to break issues down and look at it from different perspectives and see why some people do some things they do, why some people make the choices that they made, So I wasn't sure of how people would take it. I wasn't sure if they would be like, what did she write? Or she thinks she wrote something. Oh, that's the story. Or they would take it like, wow, it's a great accomplishment or anything. But I was surprised though, because I did see some reactions like people who didn't even read the story, that you were able to sit and write and publish. People appreciated that. I saw some people that appreciate that. I'm like, oh wow, so publishing is big. Yeah, it must be big because it took me a while before I was able to publish, So I did see some of that. And then, I also did see some people who read the story and they'll be like, wow, that was a good story. And if anybody should read it and they didn't tell me what they felt, I'll be like, okay, what do you think about the story? I was eager to hear. And as people were telling me, oh, it's a good story. Or those two stories, some people liked more the second story, which is the Christmas present, than the first one, which was the waiting room. Some people liked both. And they were saying, oh, good story. So, and I was like, are they telling me it was a good story because they know me, they want me to feel good? Or are they telling me it's a good story because it's a good story? So I didn't even sell. I gave some of this book out to people who are really not close to me. I gave the book out to them. They read it and they're like, good story. And then eventually I started reading reviews about the book, on Amazon. And I saw that people really appreciated the book. But as at then, I didn't really, know if I was passing a good message, or I was unsure of what people will say about the message. So another thing that I did then was that even though I didn't know so much, I searched online for resources. I said there was nobody around me that I could ask about how to go about publishing. So I went online and I started searching for resources. How will I publish? And the only resources popping up as I was searching was about self-publishing. So I just took self-publishing and I ran for it, and I found my very first publisher, and they helped me to publish the book. And also then I was very, very shy, very reserved. I barely shared it with people. Before I would even say it, I would feel some kind of way. I didn't know it was something I should be proud of and just say, I just be telling people, but I couldn't help but shy. Even when I said that, I was smiling, Even to share it on my social media page, it took me a while. It took me a while to share it on my social media page because I was like, oh, people will read it, people will see me, I was very shy, and because of that, I was always sourcing validation. I wanted people to say, oh, it was good, that would make me feel better. But if they say, nobody really told me that it wasn't good. And I was looking for someone who would say this part of the book was not good. But I didn't see nobody said that. And that was, and I didn't think, I was like, okay, maybe I'll need to give this book to a professional to tell me what is wrong with it. Because, to be sincere, I was a little bit disappointed with the first publishing process because I was expecting more. I was expecting them to be like, okay, we're going to break down this book, rewrite this part, or rephrase this sentence, or I didn't get all of that. And then they were like, okay, we publish book for self-publishers, and we do not change your story. We help you to pass your story across to the world. We help you to, to do it the way you want to do it. Then I asked about editing, and they told me, okay, this is how much they charge for editing. I gave them the book to edit. And I thought that, okay, as soon as I gave it to them, that was it. and then they were asking me to like approve that what they edited was fine. And it was just a lot of what I was not expecting to. I was expecting a detailed work, and when it came back, it wasn't as detailed as I expected it. Like I said, I was testing waters, I was testing grounds. I didn't really know much. So many things I should have checked out, so many things I should have told them, no, do it this way, don't do it that way. I didn't. I just, oh, well, they are the publishers, they know better. I just took it like that, And also, I didn't see it as a business. And then when people started talking about, so how are you going to market your book? I was like, oh, so I have to market my book? I didn't know anything about that. And only the few people I sold it to that were friends and families, church members, and oh, I need to market my book. And I'm like, I'm not cut out for that. Being who I am, being my reserved, very shy self, I'm like, market? How am I going to do that? And also, I didn't feel like it was enough. After publishing that one book, I didn't feel satisfied. There was something in me that was not satisfied. There was something in me that was like I wanted more, like that I should have given it more. This is not all of me. I didn't feel satisfied, And I was actually happy to have fulfilled the dream. Like, okay, now I've fulfilled this dream. Now I'm an author. Now I'm a playwright. That feeling was there. But the thirst to do more was also there. The thirst to do more. I was thirsting to do more. I was actually looking for a balance. I didn't know what the balance would be. It was just something that didn't feel right. It was just something that, I was like, no, I haven't done what I should do. That feeling was there. So those were all the things I felt with my first book. Now, comparing all of that feeling with my newest baby, with the Mission House, the feeling is different. Now, I should say that with every of my published book, I have a different feeling after the book was published. And I can tell you a few, like when I published my first children book, I actually published like 2 back-to-back children books. After doing that, I'm like, now I have validated myself as a childcare provider, as a teacher of young children. I have done something I've wanted to do for children for a long time. I've been able to publish these 2 books. That was the feeling for that. The feeling for Colors of Love was like, okay, I have written so many plays before, published and unpublished. I've published 2 plays so far, but I wrote so many years back. So writing a script, writing a play was like, it is a part of me. So it's like something I used to, but when I write short stories, I would just write short stories and just leave it like that. So when I did Colors of Love, I'm like, yes, I knew I could write a novel. Now I've done it. That was it. It wasn't so big. But when I wrote, I believe I have it here, when I wrote Good Pedigree, and I talked about Colors of Love. So this is Colors of Love. It's a very good book, a very good story. If you've not read it, please go and read it. Go and read it. It's online. It's everywhere. Or leave me a comment. I always have the links to all of my books under my videos anyway, so you'll find it. So it was like, oh yes, I did it. I have always known I could write a novel, and I wrote it. Now, this is the big one. When I wrote Good Pedigree, I wrote that during the lockdown, and I wrote it and I published it, and I felt like something left my body. If you are like a minister of God, or if you are someone who pray for people and they get healed, you understand the feeling. That feeling made me realize what Jesus Christ said in the Bible. when the woman with the issue of blood touched him and she was healed. He said, someone touched me. And the disciples were like, so many people are all around you. How would you say someone touched you? Many people are touching you. What do you mean someone touched you? Now I understand what he felt. He felt virtue leave him. So I can't explain the feeling more than I felt like something left my body after I published this book. So I know this book is loaded. I know it is loaded. I mean, I know it has anointing, it has power in it. That's my power book right there. I call this one my power book because of that feeling. I call it my power book because of that feeling. And I call my newest one, it's a baby. You can see if you check the volume, this is more voluminous than this one. This is my first novella. You know, I believe a book that is less than 30,000 words is a novella. So that is it. This here is my miracle book because of how I feel. So how do I feel about my 10th book? So after I wrote this, after I published it, I felt a feeling of accomplishment. I felt like, yes, I did something. I have done so. The feeling I did not have when I published my first one. I never felt accomplished. I never felt like I did something. I kept feeling like I could have done more, you know. But with my miracle book, with the Mission House, I felt a feeling of accomplishment, like I did something. And I can remember telling my husband that day, I'm like, you know what? I did tell myself that I was going to have published 10 books by the time I turned 45. And I was able to do it very close. I almost didn't make it, but very close to my birthday, I was able to do it. And I saw God working with me. I saw things just falling in place for me, making it easy for me to publish it. So that's how I know that when you have a goal, you know, and you're determined about your goal and you pray about it, the Lord is with you in accomplishing your goal. So I felt fulfilled. And I was telling him, I said, I feel fulfilled. I feel like I've done something. I feel like I've accomplished something. I don't know why, but that is the feeling, you know, for me. So I didn't intend for this video to be this long, but I'm going to round up shortly. I just want to go over a list of, you know, what I talked about when I started writing from my first published book to the last one. When I first published, I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know what I am doing. I know what I am doing. Comparing my latest one to the rest of the books, I gave it more time. I sat with it. Even though it went through 2 or 3 editors, I sat with it. And because one thing I've come to realize is no matter who edits your book, you need to sit with it and make sure that it is done right. I sat with it. Now I know what I'm doing. I read through it many times myself. I did a lot of corrections. Even I corrected so many things, even after the editors have gone through it. The beta reader went through it. An editor went through it. I have people who are not professionals who read through it, who found things that, you know, the editors didn't even see. I have like 4 or 5 eyes go over it, and I went over it myself more than once, more than twice. So because one thing I've come to realize is I do not like editing. That's the part of writing I want to say that I hate. I do not like it. So what I like to do is write. I do the writing, I push it over to people who edit it, and they publish it for me. I don't want to be a part of the editing, but I found out that as a self-publisher, no matter who edits your book, you have to be an editor yourself. You have to know what you are doing. You have to be able to do it, to sit tight and do it. I will have a video about editing out. It's one of the videos I have lined up to share on this channel, and I'll give you tidbits, you know, about editing. You know, what you should do as a self-publisher. If you are like me who do not like to edit books, what are the things you can do to help yourself? Because you need to edit your own book after professionals have looked through it. Okay, so I also want to talk about, you know, searching online. where I am today, I'm not where I want to be today, but where I am today, aside from having a degree in English, aside from having a degree in early childhood education, every other thing I know about writing, about publishing, as of today that I'm recording this video, and this is January 2024. I mean, this is March. I'm sorry. This is March 2024. As of now, I am self-taught. I will go online, I will look, search resources, I will watch videos, I will talk to, people. I don't have too many people around me that go ahead, but I have one or two that I call my oga that help me when it comes to editing, grammatical errors and things like that. Even, I'll add that to the knowledge I have because that is my area. I did study English for my BA, so I do, know a few things. So I do have one or two people. Aside from that, I'm self-taught. I will go online. I will look for resources. I will watch videos. I did many things to get to where I am today. And I'm telling you, I have not even started because I want to do more. Okay. Also, I want to talk about my being very shy. Oh my goodness. Yes. Very, very shy. Very, very shy and reserved. And if you're watching this video and we grew up together, you know the Adeola then it's not the same as the Adeola you're seeing now. If I'm able to push myself to the point where I'm able to make videos and publish it, I'm able to share videos of myself, I'm able to share pictures of myself online, you know that I've gone through a lot, and I'm able to do those things because I've heard a lot of people talk motivational talks about don't sit in your comfort zone. If you're watching this and you're in your comfort zone, you know what? Don't sit in your comfort zone. You need to push yourself. That's the only way you can advance. Why do you think they say that the burial ground is the richest place in the world? There are so many talents buried with those people there. Yes, so many talents buried with those people there. So you have to wake yourself up. The things you can do, you have to encourage yourself. Push it, irrespective of how people will see it, irrespective of what people will say. One thing that guides me is I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm not doing anything wrong, So why am I shy of doing the right thing? Why wouldn't I push out a message that I know can help other people? So if you are like me, very shy, very reserved, you don't like to talk, but you have some talents, you have some gifts, you have some things that people can benefit from. You know what? Share it. Push yourself to be able to do it. And the more you do it, the better you get. Yes. The better. If you watch the very first video I posted on this channel, you want to compare it to the one I'm recording today, you will see a lot of difference. I mean, the confidence I have today, I didn't have then. It took a lot for me to sit down, record that video, and post it. Even up to now, I'll be asking my sister, can you watch this video? I think this is wrong with it. I think that way should be like, it's fine, it's good. She's post it. Or if she says something, she will tell me if it's, But the confidence I have today, I didn't have then. And I wouldn't even think I was doing anything right until people would tell me, oh, I like that video. You did well in that video and all of that. And I'll be like, oh, really? It did look good? I didn't know, So you need to have that confidence in yourself. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I know I'm talking to at least one person. And if you are the one I'm talking to, you need to wake yourself up. Where is your book you need to publish? Where is your YouTube channel? Where is your social media page where you need to reach out to people? And that leads me to the next point I want to raise, that it is not all about money. I have a passion for what I'm doing. Everything I do, I love doing. I have a passion for it. I might have been shy. I didn't start this many years back, but doing it, I miss when I stopped making the videos. I missed recording videos, so I found out that it was a part of me that, I love talking, sharing, so pick yourself up. Don't think you cannot do it. Of course you can do it. You can. You just need to try. And if you try and you fail, you can always do it over again. Trust me, I've been there. And today, even though I'm not where I want to be, I have more confidence. I have more confidence. Just that feeling is just within me to just keep sharing, to just keep posting, to just keep sharing, to just keep posting. And that is what I've been doing. So if I'm feeling like that, if I'm doing it like that, I know if it is one person out there that is getting blessed, and I am pleased. You know, when you have that feeling and you cannot stop it, that feeling, you just feel like doing something. You just keep feeling like doing something. Just do it. Trust your guts and do it. You never can tell. You never know why you're doing it. If for only one reason, you look at all of those people in the burial ground. Do you even know? And I know you know that people don't get old these days before they just die. You find out a toddler dies. You find out a teen die. You find out a young adult that things just happen. People just pass like that. And I'm not saying you are ready to go. You are not ready to go. I am not ready to go. We all will live the number of years that God has meant for us to live in the world. But do you even know how many years? You don't. So whatever you find doing, please do it and do it on time. Okay? I'm talking too much. All right. So the thirst for more. Before I talk about the thirst for more, I want to talk about I was happy and fulfilled after I published my first book, and this is my 10th book. The feeling of fulfillment after this 10th book is just so much. It's just so overwhelming. I mean, I just felt fulfilled, like, yes, I have done something. You know, that feeling is there. It's still here as I'm talking to you. And I think it's that feeling that is giving me the confidence that I've developed, you know, the past few months. You know, I just don't care. I'm just posting because I know I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing something I shouldn't be doing, nothing negative. So I'm just posting. So I have that feeling of fulfillment as opposed to I didn't know what I was doing. So the more you do something, the better you get. So let me talk about the thirst to do more. So my intention was that, okay, after I publish my 10th book, I'm just going to give myself a break. I'm just going to relax and just, you know, relax and have some time before I will continue. Guess what? After I published the book, because after I publish each book, sometimes before I get to as I'm nearing the end of one book, the title to the next one I already received. I already have it in my system. I already know how the story will flow. It's already there. That's it. That's it from my first book all the way to where I am now. But I told myself I was going to rest. Guess what? I didn't get the title to the 11th book while I was nearing the end. I was busy. I did it. I was telling myself I was going to take a break. And after I published it, after I posted it, after I started feeling that feeling of fulfillment, right there, boom, another title hit me. I have it saved on my computer. I have actually started writing. I already know the storyline, you know. And I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to give you a hint. It's going to be a standalone series. So this is going to have its own baby. I'm going to have a standalone series because it has a different title, but it's a continuation of the Mission House. And it's going to be written in such a way that it's going to be by itself. Whether you read the Mission House or not, I know you will read it. There's no how you won't read this book. There's no how you will read my 11th book and you won't come back and read this book. Not because the story is not concluded. This story here is concluded, but it's going to continue in another book, and that book will be concluded as well. I believe that the more I write, I will continue to write on that platform of confidence. Also because reading all of these reviews from people is making me feel like I'm not the only one feeling like I'm not doing something wrong. My readers can see that I have a message out there. So talking about money, talking about marketing, I haven't done enough marketing. I am probably not even marketing the right way I should. I'm just doing what I know how to do. It's not like I don't want to make money from books. Of course, yes. But it is not about that for me. It is about a passion to send my message across to people out there. What medium do you have? What blessing do you have? What grace do you have to share the good message to people out there? For me, my gift is in writing. My gift is in teaching. Where is your gift? What can you do to touch the lives of other people? What can you do to touch the lives of other people? Use it. Use what you have. Don't keep it to yourself. Use what you have. Do not keep it to yourself. And at this point, I want to end it today. If you are an author, if you are a writer, I wanted to share what feelings, what do you feel when you write? What do you feel when people read your book? What are the things holding you back from publishing? I have shared mine. I want to hear yours. Please leave me a comment. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who will benefit from listening to this, share this video. And until next time when I come your way again, you may want to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that the next time I drop another video, you will be notified and you'll be one of the first people to watch it. And also, I want to tell you about the membership on this channel. We have the book club, we have the writers group, we also have the publishing team. If you would like to be a part of this, you can click on the join button and you will be directed to the very group you choose to be a part of. Until next time when I come your way again, my name is Adeola. I will see you in my next video. Bye.